chasing this morning is the guidelines for the new RSSF, that's the real sector support facility of the central bank, which was announced July 24, the last MPC meeting. The new guidelines released late yesterday evening provided more data from the financial regulator. Where do we go from here? Part of this relates to corporate bonds and the differentiated CRR, which relates to commercial paper issuance. The objective, according to the regulator, was to increase flow of credit to the real sector of the Nigerian economy and to consolidate and sustain economic recovery. Under the new program, the differentiated CRR regime will get banks to lend to new and expanded projects in agri and manufacturing and may request for funds from the central bank via their CRR. But if you're a commercial bank and you are not contributing to the CRR within the central bank, you will not be able to participate under this new program. One big program is to test the integrity of the Mainland Bridge, the longest bridge in Africa as we speak, and Nigeria's longest bridge, at least to date. So let's get a bit of a sense of that. We're covering that for you, of course, as you all know, this morning as to the disruption in vehicular traffic to Lagos, Nigeria's #1 mega city. Let's get a bit of a sense of where we are. Also live from our News Talk Exchange studios is Dr. Frank Ujadi, who is a researcher and a member of faculty at the Lagos Business School. Good morning, Dr. Ujadi. It's good to see you on the program. The issue of infrastructure
good morning, boss.
Research, infrastructure research. Thank you very much for coming through that vehicular logjam into the studios there at the Exchange. When we talk about infrastructure for a mega city like Lagos, that's a very important story, isn't it? So, what do you think this means for roads and rails, which at least the current administration of Ambode Lagos is trying to fix?
Clearly, the current administration in Lagos is fully aware of the mega city nature of Lagos. And that implies simply that you need to get the infrastructure working for you to have some meaningful traction and economic development in Lagos State. Now, given the fact that Lagos main district area is really linked by just 3 roads, by 3 bridges, except and then 1 road from the Aja end, it means that you need to be very careful in ensuring that these bridges are all functional at all times. And therefore, one clear fact that emerges is simply that you need to really review these examine these bridges over time and then ensure that they are really up and doing. Otherwise, we are going to have quite some serious challenges in Lagos. But more importantly is the fact that we still haven't addressed the issue of passenger traffic to the extent that it will ease the level of congestion on the road. A typical case that comes to mind is the fact that if you take a quick swipe or a quick look at the vehicles on the Mainland Bridge, quite often a good number of them are practically running empty. You have just a driver and the owner on the owner's side, and then the rest of the seats are empty. So that simply means that you have quite a lot of vehicles that are running under very low load factor. And that also implies that we need to hurry up and do things in relation to getting the mass transit movement going up and running in Lagos State, to be able to get the very wealthy and the middle income class to shift from using their vehicles into mass transit buses that are really affordable and decent and neat to do the job. Now, the other issue that comes to mind is the fact that just as we are really working on the Mainland Bridge at the moment, there is also the need to examine those other flyovers that link up to the port. Of course, it's it's a burning case issue now that trucks lie on these bridges, land bridges for quite a while, and they are not really designed to carry such heavy load. So now that the port authorities and the other stakeholders at the port are fully clear as to the root cause of the congestion at the port, it's becoming very interesting to watch how they are going to tackle these issues. So I think it's something very serious to look at. Then on the other hand, it's also to keep in mind the fact that in spite of the fact that the Lagos population keeps growing, there are 2 major areas to pay particular attention to. One is the load that is generated within Lagos or through the ports, and of course the passengers that are also using these roads. So it's important to try to work towards getting these 2 issues well managed and well handled so that we don't run into a very serious logjam. At the moment, the congestion rate we're having is pretty high. It could translate to about 3 to 4% of Lagos megacity GDP. But that naturally will lead to higher cost in doing business and a host of other things.